It's a great question. So when we wrote a Russia book in 2000, it came out in 2005, that we did do separate chapters. It was a function of our time covering Russia for 4 years. The latest book on James Baker was a little different. I think we sort of collaborated on, I mainly wrote a first draft, but she wrote a second draft. We went back and forth again and again. And now we're doing a third book, and I think we're back to the chapters being split up.
Well, so what I would say is that the good news about writing a book with your husband is if it works, all the better. But we're still on speaking terms, so that's probably good. It means that we've navigated it at least a couple times before, and we're now doing a third book together, which is about the 4 years of the Trump presidency. So that one may break us. I'm very hopeful that won't be the case. I would be knocking wood if I could. But, the thing is that Peter does all the fast writing and all the tough parts, and so you couldn't have a better partner than Peter. So I'm not sure what I'm bringing to the table here, but it is true that we do have different styles, and I noticed that in the Russia book and now in the Trump book, because we basically divided up the table of contents, and 50% for each of us to do the first draft, and then the idea is to pass it back and forth. But I have noticed that once again with the Trump book, like the Russia book, that Peter is much better at just sort of getting down a lot of stuff on a first draft, and I'm much more, want it to be more final. I would say one final point, which is that this was actually an advantage for me in the Russia book because I was 7, 8, and 9 months pregnant with our son when we did the Russia book. So actually, I would argue that it was a good thing that I was taking more time with my chapters, so they were closer to done because I ran out of time at the end. So, and actually, Theo was born on the day that we sent that manuscript in.
Susan makes everything better. I may get things down faster, then she takes it and makes it much better. She elevates it. She makes it, richer, deeper, broader, and much more readable.